Ferrari's car launch is next week, and rumours about what to expect are flying. The Ferrari factory seemed leakier than a bucket with no bottom, but that's great news for us because we get an early hint at what to expect from the Scudderia in 2023. If the rumours are anything to go by, it definitely isn't going to be a repeat of 2022. But do I mean that in a good way or a bad way? Well, you'll have to stay for the rest of the video to find out. On the morning of February the 3rd, Ferrari released their first teaser of what is to come in 2023. It was by no means the first bit of information out of the Maranello factory, but it was the first official piece. A 33-second clip of a red fingerprint moving like a Windows XP screensaver with the sound of the 2023 Ferrari engine being fired up, supposedly for the first time in front of the team, was played over the top, followed by clapping and an image of the Ferrari badge. It sounded exactly like any other car startup you've taken the time to watch and told us exactly nothing about the new car. They did release it slap bang in the middle of the Red Bull car launch though, which made it the most exciting thing to happen that day. What the red fingerprint might mean, we don't know. I'm sure someone can come up with something about identity and history in the comments, but I'll leave that for you to play with. What do we actually know about the new car though? Well, the reports from Italy are pretty scary. We've been reading reports in the Italian media that the Ferrari 675, that's the name of the 2023 car by the way, well, it's apparently a second a lap quicker than the F175, which was the 2022 car. It's also much lighter than last year's car, which will be a big contributor to that gain in lap time. The car launch will take place in Maranello on Tuesday the 14th of February, rather than Imola. Apparently, this decision has been influenced by time fast running out to organise the logistics of the presentation. Although there have been some delays in producing the 2023 car, there is a sense of calm in the factory. The car will obviously be ready for Bahrain, you would hope, but it should be encouraging for Ferrari fans to know that the team is still developing parts this close to the season start. Ferrari were fast at the start of last season but saw a huge drop in performance as the season went on, but that was for a good reason. Ex-Ferrari boss Matteo Binotto revealed the team started focusing on this year's car very early. We stopped working on the F175 after the French GP, starting to focus on the 675 already in the summer. This affected our competitiveness in the second part of the season, said Binotto. At the French GP, Leclerc had a massive crash and the team felt that at that point he was out of the championship fight, with Max Verstappen widening the gap. That was the 24th of July, before last year's summer break. So by the time we get to the Bahrain practice, Ferrari will have had their focus firmly set on this car for 7 months. So no wonder they're apparently much faster. So what's going on in the factory that make people think Ferrari will be a second faster? And do you need to be worried about them not having a car ready? Well, Ferrari's engineers are not worried, which is a good thing. The optimization work going on at the moment is apparently very productive. Considering the issues from last season, there are question marks related to the power unit's reliability, but there's loads of positivity relating to aerodynamics and understanding the concept of the car. At this stage, with Ferrari in the process of production and assembly, there is intense simulator work being carried out by Charles Leclerc, Carlos Sainz and the Ferrari simulator team. This has been going on for some time now as well. As 2022 progressed, Ferrari made leaps forward in correlating their simulators to what the car was doing in the real world. Porpoising is still a challenge to simulate, but they are hopeful that what the drivers are piloting in the simulator will be extremely similar to what is on track. Italian publication Formula, the L is a number 1, are a good source for things going on in Maranello, and they are reporting the numbers from the Ferrari simulator are extremely positive, with highly qualified sources revealing that the 2023 car is over 1 second faster than last year's machine. Considering all the changes to the technical regulations for 2023, this is a pretty incredible gain for Ferrari, and will make them a massive threat when the season begins in Bahrain. Last season, 2/3 of the car's load came from the ground effect floors. This year's cars will lose some of this aerodynamic benefit in the fast corners due to regulation changes designed to eliminate the porpoising effect. The regulation changes will cause a loss of 15 to 20 points of downforce, roughly half a second in terms of lap time, predicts Nicholas Tombazis, who has recently been promoted to single-seater director by the FIA. This predicted loss in time will be almost completely eliminated by the aeromechanical improvements made by Ferrari over the winter, which is crucial in the first winter development period of F1's latest technical change. In 2023, the most significant improvements F1 cars will make will be in the medium and low-speed corners. This is expected to happen with developments in the wind tunnel and teams using softer setups to understand the car's behavior on different track surfaces, which are already being analysed in the simulator in Maranello. There will also be a significant reduction in porpoising this year, which, according to some engineers, slowed down last season's cars by almost 7/10 of a second at the start of the year. If changes to the technical regulations work as intended, just the disappearance of porpoising could give many teams a big boost in lap time, assuming they can adopt as well. It isn't just a change to the aerodynamics of the car that could see Ferrari gain the speed they need to battle with Red Bull this season, though. There are rumours that the 675 could be one of the lightest cars on the grid when the season kicks off, something that will be a huge boost to them as everyone else plays catch-up. Having a light car played a major role in Alfa Romeo's highly impressive start, for example, since their C42 was lighter than many rival machines. They actually had to add weight at the start of the season, when the FIA raised the minimum weight of the cars to help the other teams out. During the February 21st F1 Commission meeting, it will be decided whether the 798kg minimum weight limit for the cars, excluding fuel, remains the same for 2023, with the report indicating that this will indeed be the case, while the power unit minimum weight could drop 1 kg to 150. At the end of 2022, many teams were still overweight, which would be a sin before the cost cap was brought in, but now teams have to prioritise upgrades. Weight loss actually became a bit of an arms race in 2022, with teams battling to see who could remove the most paint from their car while still fulfilling their sponsor obligations. Red Bull apparently had a new monocoque in the works that would reduce their weight by 3 kilos, but decided not to build and fit it for cost reasons. They had already won the championship by that point, so it really wasn't needed. Obviously, all of this information on the Ferrari 675 will be relative to the other cars on the grid, but considering the FIA is expecting cars to start the season roughly as fast as they were last season due to the technical changes, Ferrari gaining a second of lap time will be a shock to the governing body. Starting the season as the fastest car on the grid is obviously great, but you then have to be the fastest for the next 22 races as well. This is where Ferrari failed last season, and that is a failure that new boss Frederic Vasseur has to stop happening again. While Vasseur is wise enough to know that there is no magic switch he can flick that will automatically propel Ferrari to the front, he's equally aware that he's been drafted in for one thing: World Championship glory. With Ferrari chiefs John Elkann and Benedetto Vigna having lost patience with and faith in Vasseur's predecessor Mattia Binotto, who they could so easily have given another year for a make-or-break title campaign, the timing of going for a change now is significant. If there is a single thing that should offer Vasseur encouragement, that his task at Ferrari, however difficult it may be, is at least possible. Speaking last summer, ex-boss Mattia Binotto felt that Ferrari was mostly on the right path necessary to get itself championship trophies again. All that was needed was a bit of sharpening up. Asked what he felt Ferrari needed to do differently to triumph, Binotto said, "I don't think that there is anything different that we need to do. I think it is simply to continue on our journey of continuously improving ourselves step by step, focusing on each single race. There are no silver bullets, and I don't think we need to change ourselves. We have proved that we can do a good job. It's only a matter of step by step getting there, get used to it, and whatever will be the outcome for 2022, try to be prepared for 2023. It's up to Vasseur now to complete the task." Mattia gave the team all the time they needed to create an incredible car for 2023, and it's now Fred's chance to do what Mattia failed to: guide the team to victory. So what do you think? Can they do it? Can Ferrari finally win a title after 15 years of failure? Let us know your guess in the comments down below, and on your way down, don't forget to subscribe in preparation for the 2023 season. Until next time, drive safe and bye for now.